All right. This is exciting. The first time live on YouTube. So my face is the other way around. That's interesting. Okay, well, this is new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the God Wants to Talk to You channel, but also it's the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. We started today, day one, and we do two things. Every day, we write a letter to love, to unconditional love, which that was the gateway for me to talk to God. And then we have our timer, our thank you timer, go off every hour. And wherever we are, we look at the moment and we say thank you. And we feel thank you. Yes. And I made the experience that with time, after I had practiced this, saying thank you a couple times, it's like a muscle that gets trained. And now, when my thank you alarm goes off, it's like immediately I am in such bliss and I just see the beauty of what's in front of me. And now it's so easy to spot. And when I first started, I was like, well, what am I supposed to be thankful for right now, grateful for right now? But now it just comes so easy to me. And so, for example, right now I am at my parents' house actually, because I just returned from Bali back to Germany. And I am sitting in my sister's old room and I'm looking out, and in front of me, there's only green, huge green trees, which is beautiful. And I have my water bottles here and I have my writing pad here. And these little things are just the things that I'm thankful for now. And it is very, very, very amazing to be able to tap into this frequency and into this feeling so easily, effortlessly. And I have started this about a month ago, and magical things started happening. One of them being I met God, which is still funny for me to say. Um, but it is what it is. And I told the story in my last live video. And I will tell the story, I mean, countless times. I know that this is the moment. This was my awakening, which awakening to me is not one and done. It's Richard Rudd calls it a series of softenings. But then there are more major moments, and the one that happened after I started this gratitude practice every hour, every 30 minutes, actually. Um, this meeting with God, this changed me, changed my brain, changed my body on a cellular level. So, what I want to do is in this challenge now, this 30-day God Wants to Talk to You challenge, to read what came through when I talked to God this morning. And love, God, it's interchangeable for me now. Whatever works for you, you can do. If I first started addressing unconditional love, and I imagined if there was a part inside of me that was unconditionally loving, and this part could talk, what would this part say? And then I would wait for the answer. And sometimes it would just say something like, breathe, everything is okay. And then with time and practice, the stuff that came through was more elaborate and more precise. Always loving, always very, very wise. And right now, in my surroundings, in my online world, with the people that I'm connected with, there is a conflict going on, a rearranging of people and groups and systems, and people are attached to the story and to the pain of it. And this attachment leads to people choosing sides, being under the illusion that there's such a thing as sides. Um, and there's some darkness coming out. Um, and I'm part of a group, part of a mastermind, which with a lot of amazing, miracle, magical women. And one of those ladies opened the conversation that it hurts her to see that happening. And I took that as an invitation to talk to God about it and to ask Him about it. And so the message that I got, I want to read to you. I've got it here on screen so I don't have to stare at my phone. I think that's a little better. Okay. Okay. Let's read it. Oh, and that's perhaps interesting to know. So usually I sit down and write. I have my writing pad. I have countless many letters from love, letters from God, and I ask, "What would you have me know?" And then I wait for the answer. But today I use a different technique, which I sometimes do when I am in need for a different level thought, um, inspiration, ideas, where I find myself not really being able to come up with something good. I What I do is when I wake up in the morning and I first notice that I'm up, like not up, but like getting up, like waking up. Um, and I'm still in this delirium, where like you know exactly what you just dreamt, but like if also like when you begin to move and your body actually wakes up, those dreams fade away and like the brain waves change into the wake state versus being in the sleep state. And so in this twilight zone between, I sometimes catch the moment and bring in a question that I have, a contemplation that I have. And I I asked myself and I asked the field, I asked God in this moment what he would like me to know about this situation, where a lot of people are kind of losing themselves in choosing sides and finding words and judging, mm, trying to find out who's right, who's more right than the other person. And then this stream of consciousness, God consciousness came through. And so it came through and it came through and it talked to me. And I was like, damn, I cannot, like, how can I capture it? And so I just grabbed my phone, trying to stay asleep between being asleep and awake, not waking up too much. And then I was just speaking it as it came through me. I spoke it into my phone and then had it, because of technology, had it transcribed and then just polished the text. And so this text I am now going to read, this stream that came through me. Fear not the darkness that is coming to light, for it is my light that will transmute it. The extraction process is painful and painful to watch. But let me assure you, I do not feel pain. I only see the sacred work of transmuting darkness into light. Let this moment be a reminder that no group of people is above this world. Let this experience be a moment of connection and compassion. The vessels bringing out darkness do important work for a group of people that will do important work for humanity. Meet them with love and honor and patience, and envision them in their greatest light. Great crises bring great transformation. Be grateful for the darkness that is coming to light, for it was always there, hidden under the surface. This is not a test of the goodness of your industry. This is a cleansing necessary. If you find yourself in the midst of it, ask yourself, in the privacy of my heart, am I fighting for the truth? Which means I am still fighting. Or do I rest in love and trust with my heart wide open? My love holds all, the pain of witnessing, the sadness about what was said or done. But my love is peaceful, calm. It rests in the knowing that all of it serves a higher purpose. All of it serves you in becoming the clear vessels of light who are capable of leading humanity with clear hearts, who have done the work of transmuting intriguing darkness. The feminine must become intimate with the dark. She must know it inside out, for she carries it deep within. The void holds great potential of all, which is why the feminine is here to love all. She embraces it for as long as it is here, and she lets it go when it is ready. All darkness wants is to be loved. Your love will set it free and allow it to return to the light. So my question for all of you, inside or out, is this: can you come to love the darkness inside and out? This is it. So, when I look at the battles of the world, there is a great compassion and feeling with, but there's also peace and the knowing that every experience is the intelligence, divine intelligence, guiding us on our journey. And when darkness comes out, it had to come out. It's darkness that comes out. That means it was there. There was this pocket of energy that still waited to be transmuted. And an opportunity, situation, circumstance where it gets triggered and comes out is a blessing. It's God sent. Because we're all one. We really are. And all the darkness that exists everywhere and anywhere is for all of us to carry. And so when I see someone pulling out darkness and perhaps not finding the perfect way to handle it right away, I do not judge them whatsoever. I know that this is such an intricate part of their journey, and what a great service they're doing me, because I'm part of the whole. And so any transmuting of darkness into light that anyone does is a service to me, service to the whole. And so, sure, when I'm personally involved or targeted even, then I get triggered and I deal with my feelings. I'm so touched by the experience, big time. But at the same time, I know that on both sides, me, the receiver, and then the other person as the sender, are doing sacred work. And sometimes we don't do a great job. um, sometimes, sometimes we do a shitty job, and it takes time, and we lose ourselves inside a dark cloud. Absolutely possible. But it is still sacred work, and it might delay the process, might slow down the process of actually landing back in the light. But it's still sacred work. The idea of time and is it done right and is it done quick enough? That's just the mind. When we look at everything that's happening from outside of time and space, speed is not a thing anymore. There's no such thing as speed anymore. It's not important. The only important part is that we are staying invested. And even though sometimes it looks like we're invested in the wrong thing, because we get hung up on a conflict, discussions, being right. This judgment is an illusion as well, because at the core, it is our heart and our light that moves us forward. And depending on our journey and where we're at on our journey, we find a flawless way to transmute darkness into light. And sometimes we don't. And it's not a problem. It's all sacred work. It's all the highest intelligence pulling us back into the light. All right. This is it for today. Let's see what the other days will be about. So her first live stream. I had another video up, but that was the first video, and I could not go live on with this video. So it's the actual first live video. It's exciting. All right, my loves, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow because we're doing this every day now for 30 days. Ah! Exciting. I love you. And if you want to join the God Wants to Talk to You challenge, message me. Message me here, find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, and then you can join. I love you.